we are out shark fishing this Sunday. The weather has finally cleared up to give us a chance to get out in the boat and do a little bit of shark fishing. Elijah and I want to share with you the trace that we're going to use. And then we'll build the trace and let you see how to put it together. So we're going to start. Elijah, do you want to tell us a little bit about the hook?
So this hook, it is offset. I can put it around that way. I can put it around this way. That barb, we crush it. Because you don't want, see my hand's a shark, and you bite onto it. You're not getting that out. Really easy. But with this, you have crushed it, and my hand's a shark. It goes on that, you can slide it off.
Yeah, it'll be much, much easier to get that out of the shark's mouth. Like Elijah says, this is slightly offset. Size 18? What else could we use?
You can use down to size 10. We bought the size 18 ones. You can use in between. In between's fine.
It came in a little pack. In the pack we got not only the hooks, but you also need nylon wire. Well, you don't need nylon wire, you can use other wire, but this is 400-pound nylon wire. You do need wire or very heavy monofilament because sharks have sharp teeth. Okay, so they could bite through lighter wire. So 400-pound wire. If anything snaps this, we're in bother anyway. Onto that, we're going to attach.
This is a 695 pounds swivel, heavy duty swivel. You can't get tangled with that. They're designed not to let you get tangled because that spins around.
Yeah, there's a little ball bearing in the middle of that that allows this to swivel round. As well as that, they attach the hook and the swivel onto the wire. We have these little crimps. Those are double barrel crimps because you're going to be passing the line through the hooks, through the swivels and back on themselves. To cut the wire, you're going to need
snips.
We're going to need snips, and we're also going to use cup to point. Hopefully you can see that those are cup to point crimps. Cup to point because obviously the cup goes into the point and crushes your crimps and holds everything in place. From your terminal tackle, from the wire on the end, your shark hook, we're going to go up to the main line, which is, what weight of line do we have on the rods?
Roughly around 50.
50-pound line.
You can use between 50 and 100, anything between that. That 50 would be probably...
You can even go right down to about 30-pound line depending on the size of the shark. 100-pound line's pretty heavy duty. You could get away, you can definitely use 50-pound line right down to 30. This little gadget, this clips onto your main line. Now, this is so you can attach a float. Balloons have been used for float fishing for shark. So what we do is we take our balloon and you pass it into this little gadget. Now, there's a button on the front that you press and that clicks onto your main line and holds that in place. The balloon obviously then suspends your bait in the water at the right depth. Depth-wise, the further away you have your baits, the deeper that bait needs to be. The closer to the boat you have your baits, the higher that the balloon depth needs to be set, or the bait depth needs to be set. The reason for it being, we're going to put a bag of...
Robbie-dobby, which is an onion sack filled with blood, guts,
all the fish bits that are left over. And we're going to use oats bran, you can use as well, but we're going to use oats, and that soaks up all the juices. Now as that starts to filter out through the onion bag, it starts to drop down the further away it gets from the boat. And along comes the shark at some distance, picks up the scent of the deepest trace of the fish and the blood and the guts and everything from that bag of chum. It sees the bait set at the deepest height. If it misses that one, the idea is it's swimming towards the bag of chum, might get the second hook, which is a little bit closer, or one right up round the boat, which can be quite high. I've even seen it where the shark is up ripping at the rubby-dubby bag, so you could even have a line on the boat ready to throw in. But that's all the equipment. That's how we set the depth for our baits. So we're going to show you how to put together one of these traces now. Yeah?
Yeah.
So for building the trace, we start off with our line. Onto that, I'm going to pass one of the crimps and just thread that through the first hole. I'm going to go for my hook, pass it through the eye of the hook, And I'm going to go round a second time and pass it through the eye of the hook again. There's a huge eye on these hooks, so I have no danger of not getting a second loop round. This then also brings the breaking strain up. If it was £400 breaking strain before, it's now £800. So the breaking strain of the wires just doubled. Find that crimp, which is crept right up the line again, and thread that back through like that, and then just slowly ease it back down onto the hook at a height that you want. A little bit of a tag end left over, which is no problem at all. We'll just pull that tight and pull that down. I've got about 2.5 to 3 meters of this wire. Just pull that down, simply because you need that much wire, because the sharks can twist and turn and get themselves wrapped in it, and if they wrap up around your main line, there's a good chance they could end up, their skin's very abrasive, so it could snap through that, or it could get its teeth on it. Now you can see the tag end I've left. I'll trim that down a little bit. I'm going to get my cup to point crimps, just put that in there on the first one and give it a good squeeze down. That's well on. And then the second side, and the cup to point again, squeeze that down like that, and that is going nowhere. So that's that one secured on. I'm going to get the snip to just trim off that tag end. Just like that. So, hooks on, we're going to go up to the top, and we're going to attach the swivel in the exact same way. So 2.5 meters up, swivel goes on to the end of the line. We pass it around twice. Oh, I forgot. We need our crimp on first of all. Where is it going? Like I say, we got these in a wee kit, so everything you need is in the little pack. So a double barrel crimp, it goes on. We feed it through the swivel, like so. We go through the swivel again, and put that back up through the crimp. That's it through now. Just pull that down. It's a bit stiff, this one. There we go. Pull the crimp down so it's tight, close to the swivel. And again with the crimps, squash it in place. That's one. And number two. That's that one crushed. Okay, and there we have it. We have got our shark trace. One size 18 hook, crimped on, about 2 to 3 meters of line to our swivel, and it's attached on this side, and that's us good to go. So hopefully this Sunday goes well, the weather sticks to what it's supposed to do, and we can get out and catch ourselves a shark. Just trim off this tag end, and we're good to go.